Take your hands off that mouse because in this video we're changing the EGR valve on a 4-cylinder Ranger. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're changing the EGR valve on a 2005 Ford Ranger XL with the 2.3 4-cylinder engine. And this is not an easy task, so I'll show you how I managed to do it and share some great tips along the way. Things you'll need before you start. Number 1, very small hands. The valve is in the back of the engine and about 4 inches from the firewall, so if you have big hands, you are not gonna be able to do it. Number 2, a small ratchet set. I used 3 different ones, more on that later. And number 3, the patience of a monk. Oh yeah, trust me. Use a mirror and become familiar with the valve's location. This is very important. You want to be very familiar with the area where it's at, touch it, sense it, feel it, very important. Now, steps to remove the valve. You see this wire harness that goes all the way into the back of the engine? You have to detach all of it in order to open up space for your small hands. We're also disconnecting these vacuum lines from the vacuum connector. Don't forget to mark where they go or you'll be in trouble. By the way, I'm making a video on this vacuum connector and how it handles air and coolant at the same time. You don't want to miss it. That video is coming soon. Move aside everything that bothers you and dig in. And when I mean dig in, dig in. You're gonna have your arms all the way in. Ignore the fact that the intake is missing. You won't have to remove it for this project. Here you can see the harness removed. Again, ignore the missing valve cover in this case. And here is the EGR valve. Like I said, about 4 inches below the cover and from the firewall and slightly to the right of the engine. I used a shelf to lay down on top of the engine like Superman flying and began by unplugging the connector with any of these pliers. Now, before we continue, let's study the valve for a second. Don't worry, the part number is in the description below. It doesn't bring the gasket though. You'll have to buy it separately. Also in the description as well. Let's focus on the left bolt, which is the most challenging to loosen and remove. This area here above the head of the bolt makes it difficult to turn your wrench. So I used a combination of these 3 ratchets. The bigger one is to loosen the bolt and the other 2 to take it out. Once you loosen it, you'll have to switch to a smaller ratchet or wrench. Quarter turns every time. There is no way around it. Just take your time. And here you see the bolt already removed. It was not fun, but it's out. The right side bolt is easy to remove. No worries there. This is the ratchet I use. Pretty simple. And the valve comes out with the hose attached to it. And here's a side-by-side. It looks like this is the original one with 179,000 miles on it. Here's the new gasket. I suggest you use the bolts to keep it in place like so. And all you have to do now is retrace your steps to complete the job. And you are done. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.